Welcome in. For today's video, we're going to do a little bit of science. Not weird science. Farm science. Farm sim science. Question popped up today if over-fertilization, specifically on soybeans, affects yield. Wasn't quite sure, so I figured, hey, let's go test it. Let's go make a video. So as you can see here, we are on Elm Creek, starting farm. Got this little field here. We've got it prepped. If you look at the precision farming menu, you can see it is bright red. 0 across the board. We did lime it. It is perfect for lime. But it is 0 all the way through. No fert whatsoever. Now, according to the game mechanics, soybeans supposed to not require any fert. So we have zeroed it out. No fert, perfect lime. So what we're going to do is we are going to plant this without fert. See what it says. Get a yield result. And then we are going to slowly apply different levels of fertilization to our planting and compare the results. Is there a point at which too much fert hurts your soybean yield? We're going to find out. Soybeans, one of the most planted crops, usually everyone's moneymaker. So we're going to see if you can over-fert your soybeans. So we're going to get this planted, come back, and we'll get a harvest in. Alright, for this first run, we are going to plant our soybeans. We are not even going to put fert in here. We do have the precision farming on. The automatic application rate is on. But we are not going to even put it in there just to make sure there's not a small little application here or there. So we're going to get this planted. We'll come back and should be ready for harvest. We're going to skip all the grow time. Now we're going to start out with our first harvest. As you can see, our nitrogen still says 0 down at the bottom. Everywhere we go, still running zeros. pH value is a perfect percentage. Give it a harvest. We do have crop destruction off, so we will not be destroying anything while we harvest or accidentally drive over stuff. We're also not going to do that we overseeded. We don't count that into the calculations. Can't miss any. Gotta be accurate. So there you go. You can see we got this one done. We got 3,184 liters. So we will jump out of here, revert back to our save, plant again with a higher level of fertilizer, an actual level of fertilizer this time, and try this once again. Alright, we're back. We're going to start our second seeding. As you can see, we're back on our save. This is limed perfectly. Our nitrogen values are 0. Harvesting soybeans does add a little bit of nitrogen to the soil. We were getting about a 25. So we're going back to the save, make sure everything's the same. The application rate, as you can see, is off. Now our rates go from, on this cedar from 18 kilograms per hectare to 814 kilograms. So we're going to kind of go in stages. We're going to start here at 129 kilograms per hectare, do another harvest, see if that level of fertilization affects it. All right, we've got our second planting done. We did 129 kilos per hectare, and as you can see, it's giving us 35 kilos per hectare, and it's saying perfect. So that'll be interesting if our yield changes from the first one, where it was 0. But it does say perfect, so we will fast forward, get that big colossus, harvest it, and see what the results are. All right, we've got our second harvest done. As you can see, we got 3,133, 51 liters difference, nothing appreciable. It's about a little over 1%. 1% in this game over while of testing now, I'm calling a rounding error. So we're going to do, now that you know the methodology of what we're doing, we're going to go and skip up to a couple different settings on the FERT. We'll come back and we'll show those results. All right, we've done quite a few runs. We just finished our last one at 814 kilos per hectare. Came out to about a 220 value. As you can see, we're standing on the field now. The field still says perfect for nitrogen and still says 205 kilos per hectare. So we did lose a little bit on the harvest. But what's the number? That's the important thing. We'll get to that in a second. As you can see, that field still in nitrogen is bright green, as much as it's going to get. All right, we got one little addendum. Since we had this field and it is bright green, figured why not try something else? Let's throw another crop in there, see if over-ferting hurts that, since this field is just loaded with fert. It is at its 205. So we're going to throw sorghum. Sorghum is sort of a middle ground for fert. Some of the others like a lot. Some, like soybeans, don't like any. So sorghum's kind of a middle ground, so we'll just test this. We'll plant this. We'll harvest this. We will revert back to our save. Do it with no fert, and then somewhere in the middle, and we'll see what we get with that. All right, we just got our last harvest of sorghum, our extra bonus science done. All that's left now, we have a total, is to go check out the numbers. Okay, so what did we learn? Look at the numbers. I put them in this little spreadsheet. For our soybeans, 0 fert, which is what they like. It's the little asterisk there. We got 3,184 liters. And as we went up, the second one, 129 kilos per hectare, we got 3,133, 222, 3,177. And so forth till we get to 814, max amount of fert, 3,199. So 15 liters difference between 0 and the max. Now, I'm taking that 129 kilo per hectare as sort of an anomaly. That was 50 liters difference. But you can see there's just sort of no rhyme or reason to those. It's basically within the margin of error, somewhere within 20 liters of each other. So I don't think it had any impact whatsoever. Basically, FERT doesn't care if there's nitrogen on the field. It doesn't use it enough to make a difference. Over-ferting it doesn't make a difference. It just doesn't care if it's on the field. It ignores it. The only thing you're doing if you're ferting manually your soybeans is leaving that fert on the field for the next one. If you remember, when we were done harvesting at the highest level, the 220, the field was still green. All that nitrogen was still on the field. The soybeans didn't affect it. So if you're ferting your soybeans, all you're doing is leaving it on for the next crop. So we wanted to see, will that over-fertilization affect the next crop? I picked sorghum. It's somewhere in the middle. It likes 120. So we, on a 0%, we know under-ferting hurts your yield. We got 4,622 liters. At 120, at the automatic application rate, we got 5,755 liters. That is a 19.6% difference in yield. 1,133 liters difference. That's a big deal. On a field that small, that's a big deal. You get into a bigger field, you're losing a lot by not ferting. Now, over-ferting, we got 5,649. We basically lost 106 liters. just under 2%. So did overferting hurt sorghum? Yeah, you lost 100 liters. You lost 2%. You know, rolling 2%, 2.5%. You know, people want to min-max it. You do lose some yield on overferting sorghum. Underferting, you obviously lose a lot. You do not get a good yield. But as it goes to soybeans, it just doesn't care. It ignores it. Like your annoying little brother, you try to ignore it. Those are the results. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Did I do it wrong? Did I do it right? Do you agree? Did you get different results? If you like these videos, hit that like, hit that subscribe. And until next time, thanks for watching.